What's up, YouTube? This is Copy7789 here yet again with another deck profile for you guys. This time it is going to be Bushi Gemini, I guess you could call it. I've playtested this deck a few times before. I actually went undefeated, only losing in top 4 at my locals with it. It was beating Blackwings, Lightsworn, Zombies, you know, all that good stuff that's out right now. I guess I'll just get right into the deck list. I will explain the cards because some of these you might not have seen before. So yeah, let's start with the most important part of the deck: Immortal Bushi. When he's in your grave and you can only control warrior monsters in your grave, you can special summon him. He's like 1200 attack, but that really doesn't matter, honestly. It's just a free special summon, and then when I have Solidarity on the field, he is a 2000 attack beater, which is awesome. I love this card in general. I've always wanted to make something around Bushi, so yeah, I finally got the chance to, and it worked out extremely well. Next up is 3 Armageddonite. Helps you dump your Bushis and your Necro Gardeners into the grave. And when you have Solidarity on the field, it's at 2200, so you summon, dump either a Bushi or a Necro Gardener, and then play Solidarity, and he's a 2200 beater. It's pretty sweet, actually. Speaking of which, 2 Necro Gardener, just to stop attacks, because sometimes your opponent will get out bigger monsters than you. So, yeah. Next up is part of the Gemini core. That's 3 Neo Soleus. 1900 beater with Solidarity, gets up to 27 right away. It's freaking awesome. Same thing with Evocator Chevalier, another 1900 beater. Just, yeah. 1 Stratos, search out Neo Soleus, obviously. 1 Knight of the Red Lotus. This thing combos extremely well with the Gemini cards in the deck. You know, sometimes I will sack for it. Its special summon ability is pretty good. I can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster, lower normal monster from my graveyard to my side of the field. So, you know, I bring it out, special summon a Gemini. He's at like 29 with Solidarity, and they're at 2700, which is pretty good if you ask me. 2 X Saber Fullhelm Knight, just a level 3 tuner. It's a warrior, 1300, and gets up to 21 with Solidarity. Can't complain about that. And then finally 1 Aaron. As I've said before in my Lightsworn video, zombies are pretty big right now, so I think maining Aaron in here is a good thing. It helps me dump my Bushis and other stuff into the grave too. Helps me get warriors for Solidarity. So yeah. Speaking of which, 3 Solidarity boosts monsters attack by 800, and they do stack. So it's 8 when you have 2 on the field. It's 16 when you have 3 on the field. It's by 2400, which is just awesome. 3 Gemini Spark. When I have a level 4 lower Gemini, no, I'm sorry, it's 1. I tribute 1 face up level 4 Gemini monster, destroy a card my opponent controls, and then I draw a card. That's just a great effect. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. I run all warriors, so I have to run Rhoda. 1 Emergency Call, search out Stratos. If I've already used up Stratos, search out a Neo Soleus so I can have a beater for the turn. My removal, Spell and Trap removal, Heavy Storm, which is a staple, MST, which is a staple. Giant Trunade helps me get rid of my opponent's back row without killing off my Solidarities. 1 Brain Control, which is staple. 1 Smashing Ground. 1 Fissure, more monster removal. And 1 Lightning Vortex. Now onto the traps. 1 Mirror Force, staple. 1 Torrential Tribute, staple. 1 Sack Armor, mainly because I don't have Deep Prison. Thinking about using Compulsory Evacuation Device over this, actually. Either that or I don't know. You guys can leave suggestions if what you think I should run over Sack Armor. I was thinking Compulsory mainly because of Synchros, you know. So yeah. 2 Bottomless, staples. 2 Royal Oppression. As I stated before, I'll be special summoning Bushi a lot, but Bushi gets around Oppression because if they pay the 8, I can just try and special summon it again. It's like Treeborn Frog. It has the loop. And luckily Bushi doesn't say I can't have any cards in the back row, so I can still special summon it with cards in the back row. It's just, Oppression is, it's an I guess you could say it's an anti-meta deck. So Oppression is a pretty viable option. I guess it's essentially gadgets without the gadgets. I don't know. Anyway, and then the final traps are 2 skill drain, mainly because when I bring out my monsters, I'm using them as beaters. Either that, or I've already used their effects, such as Stratos, Armageddon Knight, you know, anything like that. So skill drain is a pretty good play in this deck. It's just skill drain stops a lot of my opponent's effects too, which is never ever a bad thing. I guess I'll show you guys the extra deck. There weren't many that good warriors, I guess, synchros you could say, so I had a few. 3 Gaia Knight, he's a 2600 beater, he gets pretty high when Solidarity's out. 3 Urbellum, level 7 tuner, gets fairly high when I have Solidarity out again. 1 Goyo, he's obviously the staple level 6 synchro to run, and he's a warrior, so there's nothing wrong with running Goyo. And then 1 Colossal Fighter. So yeah, that's it, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.